Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. David, and I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple of years ago, and this defense is fun.
Breaks into the open, and he won't quite get there before. After that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Nubin. And the golden flash it. It's getting enough to move the chains. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The golden flashes have it with a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Perry on 3rd down. Pressure coming. That's good. It's caught. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Coming in. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown. The defense putting points on the board.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but did you see them swarm to it, rip the ball out, were able to scoop it, score? That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The first snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unloads to the wideout. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Takes a hit as he fires. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
And the golden flashes will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the 2nd level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the 2nd level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the 2nd level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Into a massive giant body. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Looking down the middle. Running downfield.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed, his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. He's bringing a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got him this time.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Sooners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Got the quick pass. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Here comes the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sooners. Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide. The running back using speed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Golden Flashes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep on the run. Makes it right outside. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And the Golden Flashes have their offense in high gear. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. Makes the throw. They bring him down with the big play. Will move the sticks.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Golden Flashes with the 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Coastal Carolina. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, man. I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Clock ticks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They try to get it outside on the left. Not much room. They pick up a 2 down to the 28.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Puts it out of the air. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Working that wide receiver screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Second down coming up. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Grab behind the line. It's up. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. They get through, and it's blocked. Scoop it up and going the other way. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Newman. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He uncorks one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Under fire. They get enough push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the golden flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the returner will be brought down. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Steps away to find some room. Creates a little space. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Well, for this defense now, being good against the pass is not just going to be in the back end covering people. It's going to be trying to contain this guy at the quarterback position. He is lethal, especially when things go off script. And you saw it on that one. First down, they dial up the pass play. You're not able to get him on the ground. And now they've gotten another first down.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
You know who's going to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Looking to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The Sooners will snap it on first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as it got past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
Get that touchdown right before the half. Build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point.
They'll bring it back from inside his spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I don't think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback. Now, you're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
The screen, watch out. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Leaves it with the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really...
Touchdown, Sooner! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup. I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession, and then the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up.
Picked off, what a play to set him up.
zone to drop to. Just setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls out.
Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Has to get there to move the sticks. And he'll go out of bounds, and he will be short on the first down. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Nice move to keep running. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Newman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Golden Flashes decide to punt it away. to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's Mateer. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And the pressure comes too much. They get him at the 15. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Martin. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Pocket breaking down. Thanks to grab. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're at.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. But you're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Kent State.
Oh, those hurt. I mean, you got them backed up. You got them in a 4th down situation. You got the play initially stopped, but playing scrambling quarterbacks, you got to play the 2nd play and the 3rd play because they just keep running around, making things happen, and the QB does a great job on 4th down, getting in the end zone, making the big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Old Dominion is running away with this one behind an offense that's been firing on all cylinders.
They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
It'll be 3rd and long. Together, offense. Keep it together. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Mateer. Quickly complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And this offense continues to have success and just put a long drive together. And on this defense, I'm getting desperate now. It's desperation. I got to make a play.
Looking for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Pulls it in. It's Burks. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Powers through the defender.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They'll run the option. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This drive will open from the 15. Off Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here's the pressure. Finding open areas.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Golden Flashes line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Golden Flashes will hustle to the line. Lost a throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board to see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with the table.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. He just has to make that catch. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Off the play fake on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brooks. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. They get him corralled, but not till he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's on. Got some room in it at the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
And we'll have a shakeup in the next standings. The folks in Muncie had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. A busy day in the MAC, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The run from the shotgun. Nice move to pick up yardage. And a little more space opened up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing the pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
It's caught downfield. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they've been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
It looked as if he got a hand on it before it traveled 10 yards, and that's going to be a penalty.
Illegal touchdown.
What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. Here's a heat.